We've interviewed a lot of trainers during this Belmont meeting. Billy Badgett, well, he started with Woody Stevens, but then we had Mark Hennig, we had Kieran McLaughlin, and today we have Todd Pletcher, graduates of Team Lucas. Todd, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why is that? What does D. Wayne do that makes guys like you come out, and now you're all established trainers here in New York?
Well, I think there's probably a couple of things that are reasons for it. One is that being with Wayne Lucas is a real chance to get in a position where you have some authority and get to do some things on your own, as well as learn from a very good program and a very good trainer in Wayne. So it kind of gives you a chance to get a lot of responsibility, which I think attracts some of us guys that want that down the road. And you know, it's a great experience to learn in that kind of environment.
You were with him how many years?
I was with him 6.5 years. I started in May of '89.
So I know we had you on while you were with him because you were doing so well for the Lucas barn.
Well, you know, what Wayne's done is remarkable, and the thing that will continue to happen is Wayne will always do well, even after Kieran McLaughlin, Mark Hennig, myself leave. He's always going to do well, and we've kind of been fortunate enough to be a part of that success along the way.
Now, when you made the move and you left, who did you have?
I started with 7 horses in December at Hialeah, and really I didn't have any one guy backing me. It was more or less a situation where I felt like it was time for me to go on and try things on my own.
So you had 7 horses?
It started with 7, and actually it was December 10th was the first day I got some horses, and I was just really lucky to get some horses that it turned out were decent horses. I think of those 7 horses, I won 9 races with those 7, and continuing. They're still going.
You had family horses in there too.
My dad's got a couple of horses that he owns in partnership with a lady named Betty Massey from Dallas, Texas, so I was fortunate to kind of have those built in, and I felt like it was important for me to go ahead and get established in December and January, even though I knew those would kind of be slow months, hoping to pick up some 2-year-olds in April and kind of get my foot in the door down the road a little bit.
Well, you hit here running. I mean, we're just looking at a few of them. Reality Road was won a couple straight, didn't run too well in the stake a week or so ago.
I was a little disappointed in his effort in the stake, and I think in retrospect, maybe it was back a little too quick. It was back in 16 days off of really a tremendous effort. He almost set a track record. He won by 10 lengths and 120 and change, and you know, I don't regret taking a shot, but in retrospect, I wish that maybe we'd add another 10 days between races.
Is he going up to the Spa?
He'll go up to the Spa, and we'll kind of maybe look to get back in an allowance race or maybe a stake down the road with him.
What about Majestic Number?
She's kind of been the bright spot of my whole year, really. She was my first win to begin with.
She was in December Hialeah.
She was my first win at Gulfstream, actually. She broke her maiden, and she's won two other ones since then, so she's very consistent, always runs well.
All right, let's look at one that won quite recently. This is Dustin's Dream. This is a horse. Who owns this one?
This is owned by he's owned by Ann Stu Stables, which is Mr. and Mrs. Subotnick here in New York. I picked this horse up in April and ran him the first time. It was off about a 7-month layoff, and he finished second, just beating ahead. He's laying outside second right now in the black silks with the white diamonds on him. I was really kind of surprised. He ended up going off 10 or 11 to 1 in here, and I thought, you know, with his first race being a very credible second and coming back in the same condition that he figured to me, but I was a little surprised that he didn't get much respect at the windows. He's kind of eased back here in third right now, and Mike's got him exactly, Mike Smith's riding him, he's got him exactly where you'd want him at this point. Only thing I kind of cautioned Mike about was when he gets to the front or he gets close to it, it seems like he sometimes, and especially in his last race, kind of got there and didn't know what to do once he made the lead.
Isn't that common with a lot of horses?
It seems like it is common, especially with younger horses, and this horse has only started 5 or 6 times, so it takes them sometimes a little while to learn how to finish it off, and then sometimes you have other horses that just kind of, once they get there, they kind of let up a little bit on their own. But at this point, he's moving up in perfect position, and Mike's just kind of sitting there waiting. The 6th horse in here, Jelly Roll Jazz, had a tough trip, and we might have been fortunate that he kind of got covered up a lot of the way and actually claimed foul against us later in the race, which they left us up. But now Mike got there, and he kind of looked like he was going to go on and win kind of easy, and he'd see his ears kind of come up like, what do I do?
The horse himself.
What do I do now? And then these other horses came to him, and he really fought it out to the end.
It's a fascinating thing about them. You know, we watch them day in and day out all our lives, and we still see habits like that. This horse definitely is looking for someone to join him.
Yeah, once that horse came to him, then you could see his ears go back, and he was really digging down deep.
Then he dug in. So how many do we have now? You have. I don't want to join you.
I've got 30 here at Belmont now, and I'll take 20 of those up to Saratoga and try my luck up there.
Now, you have an owner like John Franks. This is one of the big owners. There's a chance that someday that 2-year-old will appear and
Well, of course, you know, Mr. Franks, he's got a lot of good horses and a lot of horses, and it's just nice to have an opportunity to train for someone like that because, like you say, you never know when he's going to come up with a really good one.
So this is your first year that you're going up to Saratoga as a trainer?
First year on my own.
Trainer, not in parentheses, as I used to see you all the time.
Right.
And Lucas must be proud of you people. I don't care how the relationships were, and I know most of them were very good. He's got to be proud of seeing these guys go out and do it.
He is. We all saw him here at Belmont, and you can see that he's sort of taking pride in the fact that most of the guys that have worked for him are doing pretty well. And I think he's really likes that, likes to see that, and takes a lot of pride in it.
It must make it easy for him to hire people. If somebody wants to go to work for him, they look at you three guys and say, when do I start?
I don't think there's a better spot for anyone that wants to train horses down the road sometime that's the best place to learn.
1 2-year-old going to Saratoga that we might look for from the Todd Pletcher boys?
I started a Capote filly here named Harlingen that was third. She was third, being about a length and a half in her first start. I think she's going to improve, stretching out a little bit. I look to run her 6 furlongs at Saratoga, and I think she's a very nice filly. We'll see.
Okay, good luck to you at Saratoga. Todd Pletcher, we had him on when he was working for Lucas. We have him on now as an individual trainer. That's 3 alumni that we've had here at Belmont Park. No matter what you say about him, congratulations, D. Wayne Lucas. You're a hell of a teacher. Thanks, Todd. Right back with Races of the Week.